friends, Denise here from Seashore, and I gotta turn off my feet vibration thing. Ah, it feels so good though. Okay, guys, so today is all about, let me take you up just a little tiny bit. It's about doodling with a palette of gouache colors that I've been using on my doodle. And I love these lids. I used to buy Helmas, but now I make it. But I'm so glad I bought it. And I'm so glad I saved the bottoms and the tops, because these things are great for like little palettes. So here's an earth palette. Here's a okay, so there's a warm, and there's a cool, and a cool, and a warm. You know, so I got all the colors of the world in here, and I thought, let's do it with that, you know. And I'm gonna put something over my keyboard so it doesn't get messed up, or you know, doesn't stop the facilitation. And load those suckers right up there, and we'll have all of them at our disposal. And I hope to be able to, I also have some clean water pipette and brushes that I love to use, and so we'll see what we got going on. I did this is 200 pound paper. This is a oh my gosh, I saved it. It's a professional grade Schützen. It's handmade, deckled edge, 200 GSMs. It's a 9x12, and I buy them by 25 sheets. I love them. I love them to death. And I've never really, I used to work on them because they will come to you like all like woo, woo woo. And I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go paint woo woo, and I loved it. It was great. But then somebody said, hey, you know, you could like stretch it. I was like, what? I can stretch it. So today I took the time to stretch it, and I soaked it on both sides. I taped it down, and then when it dried, I got it back up, and I soaked it one more time on the back, and I put it down, and she's just a beautiful little girl right now. But I don't paint with a lot of water because I'm a gouache person, but this does give me the opportunity to soak it and have some fun and see some techniques that I'm not accustomed to because I don't really get the paper that wet. Alright guys, I'll see you in a sec. Hello my friends, alright, let's get going. I got all my lids out there everywhere, and literally all I have to do is like, okay, so I this is the beauty of this kind of doodling. It's so much fun. I'm gonna spray that on. I'm gonna spray these. Right, let's just give them a little hosier. I don't know, that's a mixer, I think. This is a mixer of white and stuff. This is a mixer of brown, or like burnt sienna. This, my favorites, has all of our favorite stars in the show. And this one also has a lot of the stars of the show. Boom, you're ready to go. So the paper's been soaked and dried, and I think what I want to start with, I have a mop. I have a Saki mop. Love it, love it, love it. Just gonna put a little water down. This is where I get it. And I'm gonna go for this mix here. Yeah. And rather than muddy the water, I'm gonna go put the water in this way and go back in. That's a nice And so the purpose of this doodle is to use up these trays of dried gouache because I've had them a while. But I think it was one of the most loveliest ways I ever had to paint. So I just realized I need 2 vessels. It's been so long since I explored, you know, anyway. I'll be right back. I need more water. Secamundo. Hello, my friends. I have a clean vessel and a clean brush. Took time to wash that too while I was there. I want to get this little guy out of the way because I know it. I think this is what is this? I have the tube over here. I can't remember, but it's not one of our colors for today. So I just want to clean this lid off. And then I'll wipe it clean and it'll be fresh for another use. And these lids, if you love hummus like I do, I loved it to the point where I have so many of these, and then I just said, what the fuck, I'm a chef, why aren't I making this? Even though I recycled every single, the top and the bottom have been recycled. But I'm like, yeah, I make my own now. Because I eat it every day for lunch. So I just like, why am I buying this stuff? There's a reason for everything. I needed these little wonderful, like, painting cups because I didn't throw away any of the plastic. Just the film on it was the only thing I had to throw away. And I kept the vessel and the lids, and I never threw them away. The vessels are great too for oil painting because they got that mound in the middle and you can boo 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 boo. I love it. No, it's great. You know, you have to recycle whatever it is that you're doing. Alright, so we're still working on this. Now let's, the brush is cleaned and our blue palette over here is, it also, I believe, has some, what is that? My favorite. Can't even remember, but she's my favorite. She goes in there. We're going to get kind of like a green thing. And we're going to pass that right up in here. Go ahead and clean our brush. Ooh. Now, this is our main, like this would be your main palette. Your red, your burnt sienna, your ultramarine blue, and hopefully like a Payne's gray or something in that zone. Water, not too general. Make you a good little spitzer. Oh, what is that? I don't know. Oh, it's a chip of paint. I'll get it back in there, trust me. No paint goes to waste, ever. Oop, oop, there you are. There you go. I don't know who you are, but you can just sit there and behave in the corner. Nobody's going to ask anything of you. You're good. I'm gonna go a little heavy on the water here.
That why is indeed the big question. NBC's Steve Patterson on the ground press in Maui. Steve, thank you. We're going to bring in now Brian Sturdy, the founder and CEO of Project Dynamo. He's a multiple tour combat veteran, a Purple Heart recipient, the September 11th first responder. He is in Maui helping with rescue efforts.
I won't.
Joining us by phone, I want to warn our viewers. The signal is a little shaky, Brian. If we lose you, we will try to get you back. Tell me what it is that you are seeing.
I believe, as this is my first time loading the paper with water and letting it dry and then loading the back again, this is a pretty cool experience when it comes to watercolor. Plus, I'm having a ton of fun with these colors. Alright, so now I'm going to kind of go in with this same brush and just kind of play. That is fun. Alright, so I'm having so much fun. I'm doodling and it doesn't matter what I'm doing, so I'm just gonna keep using this brush for a little bit. This is a really fun brush. I just was gonna use it as a mop, but I'm really enjoying it as a all-around brush. And so let's get our colors out, because it looks like my cups are running really thin here. Oh, there's a brush that I had there for drying, so I'll get that out of the way. It's nice and dry now. I dry my brushes vertically, so I got them like posted everywhere around me, wherever I can. Oh, this has some really cool colors too. This is a great yellow. We can use that too. As a matter of fact, I just spilled it, so I'm gonna scoop out the bit. And then I'll let this dry, and then I can squirt it with water and use it again. I mean, you can't, I love oil paint, don't get me wrong. I totally love oil paint, but you can't do that. You can't do it. You cannot do it like that. You can't save your paint. You definitely can go back in and manipulate it, but you can't, like, off the palette say, "Oh, so good to see you again. Where did you come from? You're amazing." Oh, this is great. I get to use this up too. This is quinacridone red gouache, and I believe that's sap green and Payne's gray. So it's a really cool combo. Love that combo. I'm gonna give it actually a nice little squirt. Fresh water. Ooh. Just loosen that up a little bit, because we can go from actually sap green. That's sap green, not Payne's gray. Sap green. All right, we're gonna come in here with some light colors in a second.
Okay, now I can hear you.
I think that's a great start to something with a big ass brush. I love this little cup. Oh my gosh, I got it out in the States now. Alright guys, alright, I'm going to clean my brushage. We're going to come back and hit this up with smaller brushes and some white. Hello my friends, so we're back and it's been about, I don't know, 3 or 4 minutes for me, 0 time for you, but that's when it's the only time that you can actually get in there and scrape. So scraping is something I learned today and I've never done it, so I thought I've done it in oil and I love it. It's a great tool in oil. I mean, I could definitely like totally get into it in the oil, but I would do it more like that. See, don't ask me to do straight scrape. So you take a little scraping knife and you go in and you have to wait until the watercolor is just I think the thought about that was when it was not glossy, like shiny, no puddles, and go gentle. She's a little baby, you know. You want to just treat her like a child. And then, you know, you can go in and get your water elements. You know, you put the color down already. You know what you got in there. So you're gliding over your work. So this area here that's done is too dry. We can still scrape a little here, which is kind of cool.
Is your blanket done out there or what?
Yeah, I was getting ready to go get it. Well, no, I got time. It's not gonna rain. And so that was my husband. I have a weighted blanket. It's 14 pounds. You know, you can't take that out you can't put it in your laundry, people. You can't do that to your washing machine, your dryer, nobody's business. No, you ain't gonna do it. So you can do this technique. I've never done it with my left hand, but I'm curious to see if I can just make little tiny curvy V's, little ones. Oh, yeah. Get over it. There. Please. Yes, I could. Maybe I can do it this way too. No. Yeah. The paper is almost getting to the point where it doesn't want to accept any more scraping. And you'll know it. You'll feel it. You'll feel when the paper says stop it. It's going to be like, you may not come in here. And then you see these beautiful, damp, wonderful spaces. And you are like, what? Okay, so when I look at it sideways, there's a hint of gloss. A hint. Stay away from the stuff that doesn't have that. Like this part right here is just the slightest hint of gloss. Let me show you what that looks like if I can. This has the slightest hint of gloss. So, and no, you cannot just go in there and re-wet it to get it to work for you. It's not going to work like that. It says no. It says no. 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 Get your shapes in where you can, you know. And I have some wonderful wet edges here, and I can then like take them in backwards. This is a really fun thing to work. This is, you know, if you're gonna do a bit. All right, so I said we're gonna bring in the light, and that's correct. I did. I brought in some scraping techniques, and I wished I'd have done it a little bit more down here, but we still can. We still can. Yes, we can. And so I'm gonna put the little scraper to the side, and we're gonna bring in my favorite, which is Chinese white. And she loves gouache. Gouache loves her. They got this relationship I haven't figured out yet, but I'll let her do the talking because this ain't about me. This is about the paint. And this is like one of my favorite tools. And we're just gonna let her do the talking. So over here I have like a pile of these. So that's what I'm dabbing onto. So I have clean ones, dirty ones, irregulars. And I'm gonna take this. It's not a very wet brush. We're just gonna take a little a dab do it. A dab do it. And I'm just gonna go in here and figure out. I think what I like is a water, something aquatic, which I have this infinity for. I don't know what it is, but it's gonna be coming into here. And I'm going to take this down here. I got a little quiet, my bad. I'm thinking, I'm like, where is this water coming from? We've established it's water. Where's it go? Oh, over here. My bad. Alright. That's all I want to work on that part. It's like, I don't know what the foreground's gonna be. It could just be this little crick is right here and that's it. And you don't see nothing down here. I don't know. But I like the thought of it. So we're gonna put the light in there. I hear people in the neighborhood mowing their yards right now, which is quite a feat. It's still about 85 degrees outside and humid. Really humid. Alright, my friendsies, this is a really fun doodle, so I'm just going to hit the pause on this right now. Just throwing in some white that's probably going to get diluted in another time and, you know, moved around. You know how this goes. So much fun. Yeah. Alright, I'll tell you what, here's what we're going to do. I'm going to add a little, just a little something fun. Up in here. And,
blockbuster film Oppenheimer has renewed interest in the research team behind the world's first nuke, but it's also piqued interest on a less talked about side of that story. The residents living and working near the testing site where nukes were first tested. But 500,000 people in New Mexico were affected by the radiation of the Trinity tests. They called themselves downwinders. Despite the deadly fallout, they were not warned, nor were they compensated. That could be changing. Morning Joe reporter Danielle Pierre Bravo has more.
How long have you as your family had this tradition?
Since the late 1800s up.
The Pino family has called Carisoto, New Mexico, home for more than a century. Today they are known as downwinders, meaning they're one of many New Mexican families who went downwind from the 1945 Trinity nuclear test site in New Mexico's Coronado Muerto Desert. The last location is famously depicted in the recently released Hollywood film Ave-Knife. This is the Trinity test site, where 78 years ago, the world's first nuclear weapon was successfully.
Scraping is a cool thing.
The Pino family ranch is just
I agree.
35 miles east of
Ciao, Bella!
blast took place nearly 8 decades ago.
Love you, mommy!